This is Speedy. He's a very fast character in Brotato, and he's a little bit tricky. So I thought what I'd do is I'd give you a little guide in how I think would be one really good way of defeating Brotato 1 Danger 5 with Speedy. And the weapon that I've chosen is the spear. Now, we're going to our first wave here, and what we're going to be looking for is harvesting. There we go, we've got some. Now this first shop we're looking for spears. As many spears as possible. We've got -3 armour, which makes us quite squishy. Fertiliser, something you always want to get if you can. Weird food is very good, as is propeller hat, and we've got only 2 spears. That's fine. Spears are very strong weapons, and I think they're very good for Speedy. Like, ranged weapons are also good, but these spears are really good because they've got a massive range. You'll see we can hit stuff from a long way off. And so I think it's a really ideal weapon to use for the Speedy character because we don't have to ever get that close. As you can see, we're fast, so yeah, we don't have to ever get that close. But it also means that we can clear waves of enemies quite easily. Level 2 dodge is good. I was looking for harvesting there, but I didn't get it, so we're just rolling past it. We're getting another spear. We're up to 3 spears. And so the items that we're looking for, first of all, we're looking to get to 21 harvesting. That's when harvesting goes up by 2 instead of 1. And so that gets our economy on the online basically, and it means that the rest of the run will be much easier. So if you're quite new to this game, you always want to get your economy going. It's really important, so we're going for harvesting early on. Once we've got that to 21, we're going to be focusing on other stats. Now the other stats we want is looking at melee damage will be very good for us. But here, again, I'm going to roll, try and find harvesting, not being successful. Finally, we found some, so we're up to 20. Luck's a really good item in this game. As you can see, I've locked a propeller hat with some luck. I'm going to actually pick that up and roll again, see if we can find another spear, which we've got. Now, lumberjack is a great item, and gentle alien and spear, really good shop. So gentle alien means there's more enemies on the field, which you might think is a bad thing, but it's not. If you think about every enemy that you kill, you get coins. And so by giving us more enemies on the field, we're going to have more money to spend. More money to spend means we basically make more money, and then as we make more money we get more items, which makes us stronger. So that's the idea. We're trying to make ourselves as strong as possible. As you can see, I'm just moving about. Our damage with the spear is really quite big. As you can see, we're doing damage for 28 already, so it's a really good base damage weapon. They're not even upgraded yet. Now armor's really good at this stage because we've got -3 armor. We haven't got any regen either, but we're going to go for the armor there. And now attack speed is a great stat. You always want to get attack speed if you can. We're going to buy out this shop. Now we're looking for spears again. And as you can see, defective steroids gives us melee damage and health. Now it does give us negative attack speed, but I think it's still worth it. And so now we're hitting for 30 damage. So we're doing a lot of damage already. So there's another reason why spear is a really good weapon for a guide, because if you're struggling with this character, it's really good. Now what we're doing here is doing kind of figure of 8 around the enemies. We're kind of never wanting to be moving towards them, always moving away from them. If you're struggling with this character, one of the reasons might be that you're going towards the money. You always want to be just running away from enemies, really. I mean, getting money's good, but running away from enemies is the key. We're not making massive money, but decent money. Health is decent at this stage, but I'm looking for... Well, actually, speed's very good for this character, so that's why I considered it. But no, attack speed is still better at this stage. That's a level 2 spear. Now, spears don't upgrade amazingly, but they're okay. Now, a mushroom's good for us because it gives us some form of regen, which at the moment we don't have. Great shop here. We get damage, we've got spears, even a level 2 spear. And so... As I said, spears don't upgrade amazingly, so it's not necessary to really focus on upgrading them, but like every weapon in this game, to upgrade a spear is really good, so if you can, do it. So here we go, we are still clearing enemies quite easily. Now something to know about Speedy is you never want to stop. He has -100 armor when he stops. So you want to be constantly moving in some sort of pattern. As I say, figure of 8 is great. You just you see a group of enemies and you kind of want to circle them, particularly with these spears. We don't ever need to get that close. We've got decent range with these spears, so and we can just go all the way around them. We can kill big groups by just getting close. 223, okay. 12 damage, it's a level 3 upgrade. Let's go for it. Let's re-roll again. We're looking for armour, and we found some armour. We've got decent health, and the reason we got decent health is because these are primitive tagged weapons. You see the spear there? Underneath it says primitive. The primitive tag, the more weapons you get, it gives you extra health, and so that's why we've got 38 health, which is actually very decent. Realistically, you only really need to be looking with most characters to about 50 health. So if we're actually most of the way there, I'm pretty happy with our level of health. We could get lifesteal with the butterfly, but we don't really need it. Our attack speed isn't amazing yet, and lifesteal is something that it's not bad if you've got a slower attacking weapon, but it's better if you've got a very fast attacking weapon. Now, this level, I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm going to try and let the eggs hatch. If you've got a weak character, you don't want those eggs to hatch. You can see there, those kind of like guys with 4 arms. They're pretty strong normally, but you can see we're clearing them up very easily with our spears. So, the reason you would want them to spawn, even though they're quite dangerous normally, is because they drop more money. If you kill an egg, you get like 1 coin, but if you let them spawn, they drop like 4 coins. So you get more money for letting them spawn. So if you're powerful enough, like we are here, you want to let them spawn. And as you can see, we made 326. That's very good. If you get 280 on this level, that would be good. One thing you might be surprised about is I'm not focusing on speed here. I'm looking at the mirror. That could be a very good item for us. Now, speed isn't bad for this character. You do get additional melee damage from the speed, but you really don't need to focus on it. And the reason I say that is because this character, okay, the Peaceful Bee is very good. It gives us harvesting and dodge. Fertilizer's good again. Weird Food gives us more HP from items that the consumables drop on the ground, so that's why I'm looking at that. I can't even remember what I was talking about. I distracted myself. But yeah, basically we don't need to. That's it. You don't need to focus on speed with Speedy, and I think that's one way you might be playing this character wrong. If you can get speed, fine. I would also say, if you can get the item that locks speed, that's also really good for this character, and that might seem counterintuitive, but even after you lock your speed, you can still get speed that increases the damage that you do. So locking your speed on this character is actually really good, and I think that feels quite counterintuitive. You'd think you'd not want to lock your speed. Weirdly, you can get too quick. So if you get loads and loads of speed on the character in Brotato, you just move so fast, it's so easy to run into enemies. And so I would say about 50 speed, about as high as you ever really want to go. So just bear that in mind. Cute Monkey's great item for us. 20 attack speed is fantastic. I do want more HP regen, but still, I'm still looking for something for my mirror that's going to be really good. And I'm thinking here, do I want to double up with the Cyberball or with the Weird Food? And I'm going Cyberball. We haven't got great luck yet, but we may well get it. And so what the Cyberball does is that when we kill an enemy, if we've got luck, it's going to do some damage to other enemies. So I'm kind of backing myself to get a lot of luck here. I'm making a lot of money at the moment, so I'm thinking that I've got a lot of money. I'm going to have a chance to buy a lot of luck, and so that's kind of like an investment for the future. It's not the item I would have wanted with the duplication. You would have wanted to for something, you know, like melee damage would have been fantastic there, or armour. But yeah, I'm kind of quite happy with Cyberball. That's just going to do damage away from the damage that we do. And as Speedy, it is kind of like, it's hard to kind of like prioritise targets in one place because you're going to have to always be moving. So the Cyberball isn't a bad item at all for us to get. As you can see, we are picking up a lot of coins on this level. So a good amount is about 600, maybe 550 on this level. So if we can get anywhere close to that, we'll be happy. Above 550, I'll be happy. So let's see what we got. 527, not amazing, but decent. Now we could go for the luck to help our. The armour would have been good there too, but I'm feeling quite strong at this stage, which is why I went for the luck, because I've got the Cyberballs. Normally in that case, you're probably wanting to go for the armour. The armour would be better. Now we are getting some damage as we're rolling. Little Musty Jude's amazing for us, gives us more health, gives us more damage. So speed, 2 items of speed here. As I said, we're not focusing on speed, but speed does also help our damage output. So we can lock these 2 items, enables us more ways of killing enemies. And so as you can see, we're doing 50, well, we're crits, we're doing 100 damage, we're doing like 30 to 50 damage when we're hitting stuff, sometimes 75, so that's just because we've got the different levels of spears there. So our lowest level of spears are doing 30 damage, but our top level spears doing like 70 damage, so still good. What we could focus on here is attack speed. Our attack speed is still not amazing. The other thing that we could really do with is HP regen. As you can see, when we get some damage here, we are not healing very quickly, and so that's why we're looking in a little bit of trouble here when we're taking damage. I'm not playing my best at dodging. You don't really want to rely on dodging in this game, so here I'm just kind of like analysing what's going wrong, and at the moment what's going wrong is I haven't focused on regen enough, and I'm thinking in these next shops, let's focus on regen, let's try and get regen, because I've ignored it up till this point. By this point you would want regen, and that's why I've left a lot of stuff on the ground, because I've had to try and avoid enemies. Now I'm getting armour, there we go, there's a regen that I wanted, and more regen. Okay, now my regen's up to 9, I'm more happy with that. And more campfire, I'm going to take that regen as well. Even the negative speed, it doesn't matter, as I said, so much as getting that regen up, because as you could see, that's a good example on this game of like I've done a level, I've kind of analysed what's gone wrong, which is that I didn't have enough regen, and that made me quite squishy, and then I've gone, right, I need some regen. So that next shop I've really focused on getting my regen up. I still don't think it's probably high enough. Previous shops I've probably got a bit greedy, but now I'm going to pick up as much money that I left on the ground that last wave. And now this next shops I will be trying to focus on even more regen if I can, because I just want to get that up now. We're at a stage in which our damage is fine, we're clearing enemies really quite well. If you look at those rib cages, they're a good check on whether your damage is good, because are they getting close enough to us to kill us? That's what we're looking for. They have a lot of health, those rib cages, but as you can see, even the cursed one I think we're going to clear up. We'll see. Can we kill that cursed one? Yes, we can. So that means we're doing a decent amount of damage. We've got 500 coins. Lucky coin is okay for us. The negative armour, not so good. We're going to take the speed. Harvesting, still good. Jerky's a very good item. It kind of is like regen, and even more regen. +4. Goblet's another way we can heal. We're very good at killing enemies, so we're going to take the goblet. Recycling machine is a good item to get. Alloy, we haven't got much dodge, so we could get alloy. That's a way for more damage. More armour is a good item to find, because we're looking for armour. Right, now we've got a boss here. We haven't got great armour, so what we're looking to do here, although we got decent regen, is dodge. And as you can see, my dodging has not been amazing so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to back off. Because we've got a lot of damage, we're going to back off, and then we're going to go in for the kill. So once we take damage there, what we're trying to do is kind of always move in an unexpected direction. If you keep moving one direction with this enemy, you will get hit by that circle. So you want to kind of go down, up, left, right. Just don't be consistent in the direction that you move, and you'll find you dodge more often than you don't. And so because our damage was so high there, we were able to survive. Also, the extra regen that we've got over the last few waves made that a much less dangerous wave for us to face. And so that's a thing that a weakness that you might find in your gameplay. By about wave 6 or 7, you need to be starting to focus on regen, armour. You can see by this playthrough that I didn't focus on that. Snail for free I could get, but I actually quite like snail. Some people don't like snail, but I quite like it. Level 4 dodge is very good for us. It gets us back to dodge, and dodge is a great item, particularly by wave 14. Sorry, if we can get some dodge in there, that will help us. So how quick are our attacks? I think we will get quicker than needing than locking our attack speed. We don't want to lock our attack speed, which was that previous item that we could have picked up. If you've got a very slow attacking weapon, you can get that item, but we don't want to lock our attack speed. Right, This wave we've got the very slow attacking kind of, no, slow moving, these kind of tentacles. What we don't want to be doing is stop him, but we also don't want to be hit by the tentacles attacks. So what we're trying to do is kind of move in and kill them as much as we can, but then move away. So get in, kill them, then move out of those, their kind of attack circles here. And that's what we're trying to do. As you see, there is still dangers on this map, but we're not too bad going in and out. Always trying to move, never trying to stay still too long. There we were, under a little bit of threat from the tentacles, so that's why we're trying to move in and out. Whenever we're taking damage, we're moving to the outside of the map and then we're moving back in. A black belt's great. Any sort of curse you want, like attack speed, I think we want here, because a speed's decent, even at this stage. Another cyber ball. We got, funnily enough, we've got pretty decent luck now. Gentle alien gives us more enemies. We want that. I will pick up a whetstone. A whetstone is so efficient. It's a very good item to get, and the jetpack gives us some more dodge. Even for negative armour. Our armour's only at 6, so ideally you don't want to do that. Right, this wave, wave 14, is the most dangerous wave of them all. The reason is, those little blobs that you see there, watch when we kill them, they spawn 3 enemies. Those enemies, they move around, you can see them, and they fire projectiles. So what you want to be doing is when you kill a blob, is you want to be hanging around near to where they spawn, and then you want to kill the spawns. Now with Speedy that's a little bit more tricky because, as you can see, we don't want to be staying still, so we want to kind of like kill the spawners and then move away and then move back. That's what we're trying to do. So we kill a spawner, then we move away and we move back in. Now by 18, we've got 18 seconds left. At this stage it's not such a worry. What you're trying to avoid on this wave is those spawns kind of overwhelming you, but having so many on the map that there's projectiles firing everywhere. But by this stage you don't need to worry too much. You know, they haven't built up, so we can dodge the projectiles at this point. Sunken Bell's a good item to keep you alive if you're getting trouble. We're looking for armour, really, at this stage. Attack speed's still good. Health is still okay, but I really want armour. It's not finding it. So we're going to go with damage. You can't really go wrong with getting a bit of damage, can you? But look, our armour's again down to 5, and we want it to be up at about 10, really, at this point, if we can. So more speed with the fin gives us more damage. A whistle's great, gives us more chance of loot aliens. There's the armour that we want, and some dodge. So we actually are getting up towards 20 dodge once we get that item, which is not insignificant. You do want this wave. You don't need to worry so much about spawners, but you still want to follow that basic principle of the reason it doesn't matter so much on this wave is there are less of them, but you still want to follow that basic principle. When you kill a spawner, stay close to it, kill the spawns, and you will find yourself being much safer. I think I stood still there, which is why I took so much damage from that attack. But as I say, I have not got the armour I want, and so in these next shops I want to really prioritise armour, because when we do take damage, we take a lot of damage. As you can see, there's a lot of enemies on this wave. I think it must be a horde, but actually with the spears you don't really need to worry about horde waves. As you can see, look how many enemies we can kill, particularly with the cyber ball as well. You can see there's a lot of enemies being cleared as we kill enemies, so we can basically run through them, and actually we're pretty safe, not completely safe, and there's a lot of money that we've got. More damage. Snowball we don't need. We're going to roll again. We're going to look for armour, but luck is good. There's 2 armour, and our armour's up to 7. With that item we're now up to 9. I'm now thinking, okay, I don't really want to be much faster than I am. I'm 63 speed. If you remember what I said earlier, I don't really want to be above 50. I have done that now. Coil's actually okay here for us. It would give us more damage, but I don't really want to knock them back. The enemies, sometimes you want to knock back enemies. Claw Tree's okay, nothing special. More HP regen is always good. Piggy Bank at this stage, does it pay off for us? I'm not sure about that. Okay, Shackles is a really good item. I'm not sure we want the Piggy Bank on wave 15. I'm not sure it's going to pay off for us. I think that's a bit of a waste of a lock. And it's worth analysing your play when you can. This is like me playing back. I'm watching back through a playthrough, and In hindsight, it's too late really for the piggy bank. You don't really need to be worrying about economy on wave 15, 16. By this stage, you just want to be looking at stats. And to be honest, from about wave 15 on, if you've got the damage, you only really want to be looking at stats that give you survivability first and foremost. Right? If they're not on offer, get some more damage, but you want survivability. So that's kind of my priority. That's what I should be focusing on, and I don't need to be focusing on economy at this stage. So that was a mistake to lock that in the shop. But yeah, if we can lock our speed, that then allows us to get speed items. So that's why the shackles is a really good item for us there. We can still get speed after we lock our speed. So that's what we're going to be trying to be doing. Free rerolls are a really good item. Sad Tomato is very good, gives us more regen. Pearl's good because we've got a lot of luck. Look, we've got 118 luck, so that actually really boosts our damage. Melee damage is decent there, and armor now is up to 14. So as you can see here, I'm like, piggy bank, should I get it? I really shouldn't. That was a poor play. And so what I'm going to do here is because I've kind of rolled myself into a mistake here, I'm now starting with less money. I'm not going to invest that money because I want to use that piggy bank to make myself some money. I will make that money back, but it's just unnecessary at this stage. But look how much money I've got in this wave because of the piggy bank. So it's not a terrible pick. I am going to have a lot of money to spend next time. It's partly, I think, I've done that because I'm feeling so strong at this stage. I'm just thinking, let's boost my damage even more. I don't need more damage with this character. And so why don't I just use the piggy bank and make that money back? But I just don't think it's the right play at this point. It doesn't need to be done. We're plenty strong enough. But yeah, it's not really... You can see it's not going to stop our run from being successful. As you can see, we still need health stats. That's the thing that we're crying out for most of all. We want armor, we want dodge. We can cap out our dodge at 60, and that really would be something we're looking to do. Look, we got 1200 money now, so that's really good. Cauldron's a good item. Scarf is a good item for us here. There we go. Now we're looking for maybe armor or dodge here. I don't think we want any of these items. Attack speed actually probably still is quite useful for us. We're going to go for that. More HP regen's very good with the lure. We're going to lock our speed. Now we're looking for the spear. We have got some dodge, so riposte is quite good. Rolling past those items. Baby squid, it might still pay off. 1 HP regen every time we go up a level. But we haven't got long to go, so that's why I'm dodging past that one. Ugly Tooth is a way to slow down a boss, so that's why I'm going for that item. So here we go, we've got a boss upcoming. So the Ugly Tooth means that as we hit this boss, he will slow down. And as you can see, he's significantly slowed down. He's going to spawn enemies, but actually that stage was, we do so much damage, he hardly spawned any enemies. So that, and our range is so good that we could kill those enemies. And as you can see, this is relatively easy now because our damage is so high. And we're not really taking much damage because we've got the armor and we've got the dodge. So we can just kind of very easily kill that boss. We can get a level 4 box. There you go. That's the red box or crate. And so now we can just see what that is. Hopefully it's something useful to us. If not, we can sell it for a lot of money. Because we got the recycling machine. So that's one of the benefits of the recycling machine. Whatever you do when you pick up a crate, it's a pretty good item. As you can see, the spears are really clearing up a lot of enemies on this map. They do a really good job for us there. And 600 is still a decent amount. Right, more damage is good. Magical Leaf, amazing item. More armor, more dodge, really good. And more speed, so more damage. And now our dodge is up to 38. Now the thing is about dodge, another Grin's Magical Leaf, that's a very good item for us. More speed, probably don't need it. I will take the more melee damage. Crit chance I think at this stage we will pick up. Vigilante Ring hasn't got the time to pay us back. Let's go to wave 19. This is in general a wave where it's not too bad. It's normally a farming wave where you make a lot of money for the last wave. So the one thing to bear in mind on wave 19 is any money you leave on the ground you will not be able to use. So as far as you possibly can on wave 19, you want to be picking up as much money as possible. Try not to leave anything on the ground if you can. I mean, it's impossible. You will leave some stuff, but that's your focus on wave 19. You should be pretty strong by this point. As you can see, we're pretty strong. We're still focusing down the tentacles if we can. They are problematic for us, so because we still don't kill them really quickly. So we're trying to move in, kill them, move out. You can actually, a good way to dodge their attacks, tentacles, is move it, going kind of right at them, going straight through them. That's a good way of kind of dodging their attacks rather than trying to dodge them. But as you can see, we are still taking damage. Wandering Bot is actually a decent item, but we're going to roll past it this time. It's an item I've come to appreciate a bit more. Our weapon set's really quite strong now, and so we've got 3 level 3 items. We're not going to get the goldfish. More life steal's good at this point. Beanie can still give us damage from the speed, and we don't actually get faster. And there we go. Let's go to wave 20. These final bosses. Let's try and focus down one at a time. That's generally a good tactic. But as you saw, we're going to go back to the original guy we've damaged. As you can see, we actually take a lot of damage still. We're still a bit squishy, to be honest. We haven't got enough armor or lifesteal as I'd want. And our dodge isn't as capped out, but still we heal pretty quickly. So when I took that a lot of damage, I just moved away. There's something that you can do if you're taking a lot of damage and you've got good HP regen. Just move away, then move back in. That's the way to do it. And as you can see, we're going to complete this. We won the round. No real problem, no real danger. We ended up, our spears doing 12,000 damage, our top level ones, and 10,000. They're great items. The primitive tag means you get a lot of health. Look, we finished with 60 health. We didn't need to focus much more than 50. And it was still okay. If you wanted to be safer, you could have built your health a bit more. We're looking at what our items gave us. We didn't get a massive crit chance. That may well have helped us on the last boss to clear them a little bit quicker. As you say, as we said, we didn't get 60 dodge. Again, that would have helped us. And our armor at 16 isn't as high as you'd want it to be. Dangerous Bunny helped us save quite a lot of money. Piggy Bank was a bad purchase. I wouldn't advise that the next time. We only just made our money back on that. So that was a mistake, I believe. Recycle Machine, great. You see, it saves us a lot of money. Goblet made us lots of HP, you see. It's a very good item to pick up. Vigilante Ring was good for damage. But overall, really good character. Get some spears. I would say the Cyber Ball really came off with that extra luck. Just get the spears, get that extra primitive health, focus on some melee damage early on, then get some HP regen, get some armor, more armor than I got, and I think this is one really good way of beating the Speedy character. So if you like this, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.